As a young man, he understood the importance of the call of God even more than many ordained men of his time. A little under 25 years old, less than 3 years into his work as an overseer, Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah's first ministerial post was at Wa District in the Upper West region from 1976 to 1979, where he served as district overseer and was ordained as a full-time pastor.
Opoku Onyinah ka say over here be say 70 something na obetina na chimbe ho time obetina no ne o first o start see church and bibi ombeti ewo kabe GSS chenwa then no start on we Professor Opoku Onyinah buy no ono be wie ono be complete church no ene bangolo no omusi wo sata na church no bangolo no kwa na omusi wo ono be wie no otu ha na oroko.
Although the area came with its own set of challenges, Wa became the foundation.
Tembia ne Bible and books nkwa na ya okai tembia o tsasi no okai ana wo demo unnim se wote akora sanye checha obahwie se a wote demo na obetina be se anyumre da enyumre kusi na enyunu wa obetina ha reading the books tembia kaya na okai tembia on chimasoso na evident ba
I stay with Pastor Opoku Onyinah. That's my father. He sent me to P1. And that was 1980. So, and I stayed with him up to 3 years. He left, and then also continued up to tertiary level. And I'm now the head teacher at advocacy. So always when I think of it, I've become happy and
nanka ye wo fieru nanka ye nim nyame on ne be bie asware no ma o yenso ye antena odi oba ye nyame sam na obeka wo fieru na yenso ye gi atum ye gi tum ye na obia so se wakwa akwahwe wodi wo yade anadi bia wo ahia wodi kwa obo mpaye ma wo na ye yi oba ye ame ma me boa onu so Otto ne buase pa efa ma ne ha eye ne maame bibia obeba be sifie no so wo mo be ko da bia o na ma ne maame so aso onde onim se wo ho yefe onim se obe ko odien ko be bia o won so odur ho ni nsu ko mo kura ni na enso obe no.
In fact, he was the youngest. And so we're expecting that maybe he'll do something younger. I was then a deacon, an acting deacon. So, but I used to move with the elders of the church and many of the officers. I was a policeman when he came. And then I converted before even he came. So while we were in the church, the pastor before him, he actually recommended me to be a deacon. So I was acting as deacon when he came. And then when he came, I was in the church and he recommended me to be an elder of the church. When he started, it was very marvelous. Everything he does it well and nicely. Yeah, he was actually very hardworking. He plans his programs very well and insists that everything goes on well.
Wamu could be a bernyase a son, and a wamosa could be a big king, and a wamosa could be a recipe a yafra more. A hot dear. Damn dear, yebe or quarter and fene yesu. Or foul to say, was a way baby. One do who penos are well, true, me mammy, ni mammy, your poor friend, and ni mammy. Ninuya, your no friend, and Ninuya. Satan would do what, or yes, be dear, or yalla, or the over daughter. Be dear here, or say, oh, would you catch them? Who's who no crowd Ben, no, swear, no, say, oh, there, young impa. Oh, Juamaya, Nadi, yes, dead, none can be mammy, or Nantia, or dear papa. I know, share, oh, see me, mammy. Don't tell you how, yet me share in me. I know the mammy, Anna boy. Me mammy who should her buy, no, oh, yes, eh, and you're so funny, yo, when you know, pass them one quantum when you baby, and so be a bell console. What the idea how far, no to my for a while, well, true. Say, what family bam to say that. Dear, oh, yeah, mammy back on the air, boy,
Great miracles were wrought, bringing back the dead to life, multiple deliverance stories, and many more. This was also the place where he lost his first son, Caleb, only 7 months after his birth. From 1981 to 1984, he settled in Kumasi in Ashanti region as the district pastor. He was just 27 years at the time, and some of the members had trouble accepting that young pastor to be posted to shepherd them.
When Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah came to Kumasi, nobody knew him. And they looked, immediately they saw him to be a very young man. And the people were thinking, oh, how will the big man bring a young man like this? Kumasi is a big town, Kumasi is a city. Why didn't they bring a grown man? And the people were murmuring.
Nonetheless, the membership was greatly overwhelmed by the strong presence of the Holy Spirit that overshadowed a great retreat held at Bompata.
As soon as he started his operation as a pastor, then people were very marvelous. They marveled, and they said, "Oh, this is not a young man. This man is a grown man. His wisdom in speaking, the way he preached, the way he educated, and all his work was very, very, very encouraging to the people. And now everybody was very, very happy about him. Afterwards, everybody embraced him, and the perception that he was a young man was vanished from everybody's mind. When he came to my assembly, New Tafo. There was his district seat, and I was the presiding elder at the time. And he worked with me, and we worked together. He was very friendly, was very submissive, was very humble, and we worked together, and the work went on very well. I was at the same time the leader of the ministry of evangelism. That time is Witness Movement. And when he saw that I was a leader of the Witness Movement, we worked together in the Witness Movement. He was not a man who was after money at all. His own purpose was to teach, his own purpose is to educate, his own purpose is to see the improvement of the church. At times you will give him money, it seems as if he doesn't want to take it. At times I have to advise him. And one day I told him that, Pastor, you see, if we are giving you money from our own house, you should accept it. you take it as the gift of God to you, because we all have love for you to help you alive.
It was also in Kumasi where Elder George Mensah, J.K. Asante, and D.K. Beku urged him to write books. He was then posted from Kumasi to the Volta region with the new regional head. He stayed in Ho, the capital of the region.
But here, then the Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah took me to Accra for interview. By then the late Safo was the chairman. So brief, I passed. Then he brought me back. Then I started the work around 85 as a secretary account clerk. The general office, then this is the place where I used to sit. And then the secretary's side is here. Then the area head, by then, was the regional head. He was the regional head. Here is the place. Then this is where he used to sit. And then the visitors, this is where the chairs were. Like when I was working with him, one day he said that we will go to a certain place around 7. So I came a minute to 7, but then he was about to go. Because of that 1 minute he left. So I said he should stop, but he didn't compare, he didn't stop. So I've learned a great lesson from him, that time management I will never forget in my life.
While he served in the Volta region, the church, that was formerly underpopulated, began to expand mightily.
The last General Easter Convention at Labone, we heard the demise of or the death of the late Pastor Agbesi at Agbozuma. So supplementary transferred Pastor Biki Adrapanya retired to Agbozuma to be there and be taking care of Aflao district. So we were under Agbozuma, though a district on our own, but we were being taken care of by Agbozuma pastor by then, Pastor Biki Adrapanya. During the retreat that I was ordained by Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah, in fact, that retreat was a retreat that has transformed me wholly. Yes, it was there that I got to know him, a type of man this man called Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah is. During the retreat, he touched on the temperament, and in fact, it was touching. It was touching, and it was there that he taught us this song. Let the beauty of Jesus be seen in me. All his wondrous compassion and purity. O thou Spirit divine, all my nature.
With the rise of tithe figures, more souls were baptized. There were powerful demonstration of the power of God.
He is a man of determination. If I want to describe him, when he meant to do something, he do it with his whole heart. And if he is convinced, nothing will stop him. He came to us at Aflao and he preached on the topic, on the theme, Naomi Nie. Is this Naomi? Naomi ya. And in fact, that message is fresh in my mind.
But the chairman of the Church of Pentecost soon sent Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah and his district pastor Noble Achu overseas to the Ellen Bible College to study, and later with the additional responsibility of exploring the possibility of establishing a Church of Pentecost in UK. Upon his return on a short study leave in the United Kingdom from 1986 to 1988, Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah was appointed the Koforidua Regional Head from 1988 to 1991.
Egade ma wo se wiyonya akupo. Egade ma wo me se miyewa akuwa. Wo ma bra boyimu sentrene ni mechi. Wo sun ohona kuimu irade ma wo mese meyewa akuwa. That was the first song that I had when Opoku Onyinah came here. After that message, he asked us to pray, and then this song came. Ma wo de new radiampa ma hu me ne ewu. Ma wo de new radiampa ma hu me ne. Mi gwa ko bia ma ba de no Jesus Christ.
Koforidua became a point where the church recorded massive growth through his many meetings and training with the youth especially.
One thing I liked him was that whenever we were having some meetings, say area meetings or district meetings, at that time we were having some elders who are very grown up. He will contact them to come and sit behind us and then listen to these meetings, so that they will also advise us about how this church can move forward.
Professor Opoku Onyinah. He was the regional head of the Church of Pentecost here in Koforidua. So somehow we are serving in his stead. We are building on what they started. In 1988-89, they acquired this stretch of land. Being the visionary leader as he is, he saw that this place could be used to do great things for the church. And today, this very land is hosting the office, the area office, and this office, the Koforidua area, is sharing it with the Fijas area. Both areas are using this office, this big office. And now this edifice that you see, Central Tabernacle, we used to have council meetings here. The whole Church of Pentecost used to have council meetings here in the Central Tabernacle. That very structure into which we came has been demolished. Now this one standing here is a new one. It's coming up very beautifully. I don't know how it's going to look like the day we finish. It's going to be one of the best temples we have in the Church of Pentecost. It's all because somebody saw it many years ahead.
His experience in Koforidua, where he served as regional head, was however short-lived because soon he was made International Missions Director, IMD, from 1991 to 1996.
We got the work to a very, very flying start, and if the work is as it is now we are seeing the fruit, but those days it was the seed being sown, and it was well sown and well nurtured, well watered, and now by the grace of God and the instrumentality of Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah, God used him to lay the foundation of the international missions as an office, an entity within the headquarters administration of the church. By the grace of God, he did very well.
Where he organized meetings, compiled reports, and corresponded with missionaries.
I came across as somebody who knew the work he was doing. It's a new area for him. I have understood why he was so confident and so excellent on the job as IMD, and I learned that he read a lot once he knew that he was coming into the office of as International Missions Director.
He is always very, very meticulous.
As Director of International Missions, he trained and developed capacities of many towards the work of God.
Apostle Opoku Onyinah, as chairman of the missions board, really caused some eyebrows, to be raised by asking us to raise the mission support from 30,000 to 150,000. That was a quantum leap, we call it. And then in 2017, at our annual missions board meeting, when we were discussing the work, it came out that the support that we have been giving the internal mission areas was doing a lot to expand the work. And so again, Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah, as chairman of the missions board, encouraged us to do something further than what has been done. And so the missions board came out under his watch to increase the support again from 150 to 250,000 Ghana cedis a year.
He went back to London to continue theological studies. Soon after his return from a learning trip abroad, he was appointed principal of the Pentecost Bible College. As soon as he became principal of the Bible College, he quickly proposed to the chairman of the church on the need for the Bible College to be upgraded into a university. The then chairman, Apostle Michael Ntumi, agreed that this plan has indeed been long overdue. Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah quickly set up an upgrading committee, and by 2003, the Registrar General Department had issued certificate to that effect, and His Excellency John Ajakum Kofo finally commissioned the school later that year. which later became Pentecost University College, and served as the first rector from 2002 to 2008. Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah jointly became chairman of the Church of Pentecost Worldwide and chancellor of the Pentecost University College from 2008 to date. Still in support of education, special grants were given to the Pentecost Senior High School in Kumasi and Koforidua. His drive and commitment towards his complex duties as the fifth chairman of the Church of Pentecost of Ghana will be long cherished. His services to the church provided great solutions to the very existence of the Church of Pentecost in Ghana, and also coming to agree that such rate in obtaining the highest level of results while maintaining the positive standards of public work ethics are still hard to come by today. Of course, good results in public office comes along with a long string of demands on head, hearts and hands, and staying focused at the demands of public office duties only take great mental and spiritual skills to arrive at one's destination. His appointments over the years have extended beyond the shores of the country, where he has served in many positions, including co-chairman of the Empowered 21 Africa. He has also served as advisory board member of International Review of Mission, member of a committee of World Pentecostal Theologians in dialogue with the Catholic Church, member of a standing committee of Health and Healing of World Council of Churches, DIFAM, member of the Commission on World Mission and Evangelism of World Council of Churches, and member of the editorial board of the Journal of Pentecostal Theology.
I would like for us to pray our blessing upon the apostles and the work they're doing here and around the world.
Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah succeeded Apostle Michael Ntumi as the fifth chairman of the Pentecost Church and chancellor of the Pentecost University College (PUC) in Accra in 2008, but until then, he served well as rector of the Pentecost University. He first sought to bring distinction to the church, and so upon his election as chairman, carefully observed all previous practices, constitution, administrative manual, and all such documents left by his predecessor, Apostle Ntumi. The result was that the apostle drew a 22-point vision statement, which he called Vision 2013, that aimed at bringing the redeemed people closer to God. Since then, the Church of Pentecost in Ghana has witnessed an upsurge in both appeal and membership. Many Ghanaians, both in urban and remote setup, have come to know the Lord through the well-developed programs and policies he has put together, designed to reach as many as possible to the thriving fold of the Church of Pentecost. Currently, an overall membership of 2.8 million is on the church's data. Since assuming office, about 1.1 million members were added to the church. New churches were established and mission work extended from 70 nations to 90. Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah has served as a selfless leader. He always sought the improvement of the human lot within the Church of Pentecost, and all the annual theme were carefully planned to sustain and nurture the spiritual development of the church members. He has united the masses within the church as never before, through creating many solid platforms where masses can meet to have interactions of diverse nature and proportions with church's leadership, and often with a view to strengthen the existing bond among members. Thus, We Care Day as a day set aside where people would identify needy persons and make offerings to support them. Also, Officers Appreciation Day has been earmarked to appreciate the work of church officers. His aim during his chairmanship was to see the church grow. He reduced expenses during retirement services of men of God, cancelled traveling and transport allowances, or cashed donation to functions that were not supposed to attract extra travel and transport. The financial growth of the church have been much established by these initiatives, and every single assembly within the fold of the Church of Pentecost is experiencing a dynamic difference. Something refreshing has been added on. The adoption of new and refreshing techniques in serving God and His people still remains one of the strong points of Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah. An improvement of existing leadership technique has proved very hopeful. This has not only drawn in many of the youth looking for refreshing ways to serve. Also, many of these new formats in serving will be duly used by his successor as he leaves office. Acting within his office as chairman of the Church of Pentecost, Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah also assumed the role of a gatekeeper of a new wave of dynamism that now establishes the presence of the Church of Pentecost in Ghana. The lay leadership training that empowers others to take up roles in the church has been fortified, and special grants were given to some Pentecost students and associate groups to establish church buildings on campuses.
The next one goes to somebody from Carnation area.
Also worth mentioning is the modern health facility put up at the Medina vicinity in Greater Accra. The Pentecost Hospital is now said to be the most patronized in the Medina area and was adjudged the 2014 winner of the peer review hospital category by the Ghana Health Service. In connection to his great service to the Pentecost University College in June 2016, Apostle Opoku Onyinah was promoted to the grade of an associate professor by the Pentecost University Appointment and Promotion Board with endorsement from their mentoring institution, University of Ghana, Legon. Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah disclosed that he has faced some challenges in ministry, most specifically concerning head covering and wearing of trousers by women, otherwise known as the 2010 communique.
The communique that came, I knew that once you were going to issue a communique, there will be a replication. I didn't know how it would go. But even genuinely, I liked the way and manner it went.
The review was not easily welcome among church members, although the Church's College of Apostles, Prophets, and Evangelists in a 2010 communique had carefully considered it. During this time, there was strong agitation in the atmosphere, both within the Church of Pentecost in Ghana, abroad, and the general public expressed various sentiments, while others wanted his removal from office. He is still criticized for this unusual policy.
I am saying, and I've told people about it, that the press picked it up. It was not deliberate. They just picked it up and blew it out of proportion. I like it because by that it went everywhere, so that those people who love it said, yes, we like it, Those who didn't like it say, we don't like it. Everybody is aware, and we knew how to deal with it for them to gradually understand what we wanted to do. Had it not been the press, maybe it would have been at the back of their mind, kicking against it secretly. But this one made it come out clearly. And that is the aspect that I like. I didn't know that it would go that way.
Through the 2010 communique, he gave liberation to women. More so, he has removed all forms of prejudice about the Church of Pentecost in Ghana.
That Saturday I met women leadership, all of the leaders in our women ministry and their deputies, their assistant leaders. And then I told them, as I was teaching them, that what I'm going to tell them is something that we are going to suffer for it. It's not something that is going to give us glory. But I think it will help the church.
Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah is the president of Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council, chairman of the Ghana Evangelism Committee, board member of Ghana Institute of Linguistics, Literacy and Bible Translation, and member of the National Peace Council. The apostle has such great command over his affairs. As chairman of the Church of Pentecost in Ghana, he handled all executive functions well and ensured that information was duly channeled across for effective execution, while submitting himself to the highest demand that his office requires. Acting as an arbitrator, he has maturely handled issues of concern to parties without fear and with confidentiality. Always having the church at heart, he ensures that unity still exists among feuding and dissenting groups within the Pentecostal enclave in Ghana. Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah is best known for his unusual ability to handle difficult issues with absolute tranquility and cordiality. He has never played favorite as a leader and always ensured a peaceful settlement of all dispute among his leaders. He lends his wisdom on the national front, and his broad understanding of both spiritual and social issues makes him an asset. He coalesced well with members of government to put across issues of national concern and ensured that the state also played its role effectively in ensuring sanity within our communities. His constant cautions on the state here and there have been much helpful.
Mama Peace Council for Penny for a while.
Okay, into Professor Eddie Ebekasa, Pacho Sisi ano elections no more honest.
He generously committed himself to the activities of the National Peace Council towards the realization of national peace. The apostle was not short of contribution to the National Peace Council and often made strong recommendation to the government when it was necessary. Especially during elections, the apostle was very dominant in calling for peace and tolerance among the political parties and the various ethnic groups in the country. Today, Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah retires as chairman of the Church of Pentecost. He has worked tirelessly to add value to the image of the Church of Pentecost. First, by being accepted through a unanimous decision of honorable men among the Pentecostal Governing Council in Ghana. Second, by taking on some of the most difficult challenges on the terrain and creating possibilities within the church without restraint. Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah has provided a marvelous example of Christian leadership and service for many to follow, and will be long cherished for all the hard work he put in to bring the Church of Pentecost to where it is today.
The Lord is the sovereign one. He knows and weighs everything.
Dr. Gibson Ano Entry believes posterity will also be the best judge of the important roles Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah has played in transforming the administrative systems of this great church. It is obvious some of the policies that characterize his tenure as the chairman of the Church of Pentecost may have been uncomfortable for some ministers, but ultimately it cannot be said that the church has suffered any spiritual or financial losses as a result. We simply cannot imagine where the Church of Pentecost would have been without Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah, because in 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 40, let all things be done decently and in order. He has carried the baton far more than was even required. He has outrun his race.
I can only say one thing, that the grace of God has brought you through, Professor. And on this occasion, as you exit the scene physically as president of GPCC and chairman of Church of Pentecost, spiritually, you are going to continue to be with us. And I will not hesitate to say on behalf of the upcoming or the incoming president of GPCC that we will continue to seek your counsel and your wisdom and your store of experience because you still have a lot to download and to offload to the body of Christ.
And I will retire just a short time after he does. And so, you know, I sympathize with him in the fact that he goes into retirement. But when one goes into retirement, you don't stop doing the work that you have to do. And so I would say to him, carry on the work that you do. You will continue to be an influence. You will continue to be a respected leader. And he will continue to have that impact beyond the Church of Pentecost to other churches.
You are an excellent theologian, excellent teacher of the word, great preacher, a prayer warrior, a great songwriter, a worship leader, a praise person. You encompass everything that is called divinity, glory, honor, and righteousness. On this occasion, I, on behalf of Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council in my capacity as the first vice president, also as the Apostle General of Royal House Chapel, on behalf of my wife, my family, our church, and the entire body, we want to thank you for 42 years of sacrifices, 42 years of pain, 42 years of giving yourself to the body. As you go on this deserving retirement, I want to say that you really deserve it. But please, you are only retiring in quote, as we shall be knocking your door always to seek that counsel and that store of wisdom that you have. And in Royal House in particular, we are going to make you our consultant. You have to show us church structures and church administration and management, how you were able to steer the affairs of this 2 million congregation called Church of Pentecost. Ayeko, Mother Ghana honors you. Mother Ghana thanks you. Royal House Chapel say thank you. But Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council also say thank you, and God bless you.
Apostle Opoku, I'm really proud to have known you and to have been part of your life as you have been the leader of the Church of Pentecost here in Ghana. And I look forward to your retirement, not for my sake, but for your sake. I hope it becomes a time of richness in your life, in terms of experiences, in terms of health. I hope that you have a wonderful retirement, that you get to do the kinds of things that you're wanting to do, and that you can continue to provide the wisdom and leadership, even from behind the scenes, to those who will take your place. So blessings to you upon your retirement.
Also, Professor Opoku Onyinah, what I humbly want to say to you, wherever you may be, is that you have a mandate. I've read about your book, The Myth and Mysteries. From your beginning, you were chosen as a leader. God has not finished with you yet. Even though you go on retirement, He's still with you. The one who began with you will complete with you. So have it in mind that you've not completed. It's just physical retirement, but spiritually, you are with God. Your words, we need them. Your knowledge, we need them. Your pens, we need them. Become like Apostle Paul and be writing for us. When you even write, we will just, as letters, we read them. And I know it will bring so many blessings for us. May the Lord give you long life, peace, and wisdom in whatever you do at your retirement.
As Papa goes on retirement, Papa has been a very hard worker. working with him at Pen TV as the general manager, I saw him as a hard worker, even at home. He brings work to the house. Sometimes he goes into hiding to work. So retiring from this active service will come with some challenges here and there. But Papa, we want to say that enjoy your retirement. We're here for you, from all of us, myself, from Eva, from Eunice in Canada, from Angie in London, and from Portia, who is the last baby, from all of us. And all your in-laws, those sons and daughters you've gotten along the way, who have gotten married, from all of us, we say we love you dearly. You have been a great source of inspiration to us and a great source of joy. And you can count on us anytime that you need us, anytime.
I pray that as he, transitions from office as a chairman of the Church of Pentecost, that same spirit will rest upon the rest of us.
I am 87 now. I'm able to drive my own car. I'm able to walk on the step. It's my wish and my prayer that God will give you longer years than even what I have got. God bless you, and God should give you more strength. God should give you more grace, so that it will be beneficial not to only Ghana but to any other places in the world. God bless you.
He served his generation. He's done what God intended him to be. He's been great. He has lived up to expectation. He has led the Church of Pentecost to this level. No two ways of continuation can be determined by where he is taken off.
Congratulations, he's done well. The man has fought a good fight. He has been working hard, traveling the whole world. He's risen through the ranks from member to chairman. I mean, what else? We wish him well. I wish him well, and I hope to finish it up in heaven with him.
When I talk to other people, I feel like I'm being proud, and I feel bad because I feel like because he's my dad, that's why I'm saying that. But I honestly think that if he was someone else that wasn't my dad and I was standing from this side, I'll still think this man is one of the greatest men that I've ever met in my life. And every day I'm always thankful to God that I have him as a father, because it's not a lot of people that can actually say that they even know someone like that. But then to have someone like him as a father, it's a great honor. Of course, he didn't choose to have me as his son, but I think what I do know as well is that I wasn't planned for, and managed to come into the fold as the last born. But yeah, all I can say is that I'm just thankful to God that I have him as a father and as a mentor, someone that I can look up to as a good example. And he should enjoy his retirement. I know that he's probably not going to sit down like what he did after his PhD. He's still going to be working, but yeah, he should enjoy it and take it a little bit easy if he can.
You can't rest. Papa doesn't rest. His mind is always going, his spirit is always going. But I would say, Papa, enjoy retirement and all that God is got for you in your retirement years, because I'm sure the journey is just a next phase. It's not a resting phase at all. We've been talking this morning, and the things that he's got already laid out is not suggesting that he's going to rest. So I would say, Papa and Mom, of course, enjoy your next phase. And we're still here, we're still loving you, and we're still following your footsteps.
I knew he was someone that would be able to do the job, someone that would be able to carry out the task of the chairman of this great church, and so for that I was grateful to.
So Papa, as you retire, as your only daughter, I would want to say well done, good servant. You have done so much for us, your family, so much for the world out there, And I'm sure God is up there smiling at you right now. You have done so much. And right now I even feel like crying because you're such a great man, and we've always looked up to you, Daddy, Papa. And we say well done, and we pray that we have so many more years to spend with you before you leave us. God bless you. God be with you, Papa, and God be with Mommy too.
Daddy, we know that you are a man of God. You are brought to the scene by the grace of God and the mighty hand of God. We know you've poured out your heart, your spirit, everything for the well-being of humanity. And even as you exit, we wish you well. Our prayer is that the God of our fathers who called you, who is a God, who is a generational God, who moves from generation to generation, will continue to bless you and bless your offspring so that you will never forget or you never regret for being his servant and for being somebody who went around building people. We wish you well, and our prayer that the good Lord will continue to bless, keep you, and give you long life and refreshing retirement. God richly bless you. Apostle Professor Opoku. There is this tree adage that goes, Metosua, not sorry. You have served your God in your generation. You've been a successful leader. Take heart. Be inspired by what you have done. Enjoy your retirement. The Lord be with you.
Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah, as you retire, after all these years of ministry, I pray God's richest blessings upon your life, in all aspects of human life.
Congrats, Papa and Mama. You finished very well, and you're going to add more legacies to the very many and numerous ones which we couldn't enumerate over here. You have refreshed and revitalized worship in the church completely, with not just the themes, but theme songs. In our time, the Lord led us in a different direction to receive the theme, break down the themes into topic, assign them to speakers, bind them together as a book. But he went forward that with every theme, he had theme songs.
Lord, with you, the best is always still yet to come. And so, Father, in this final year, I pray, Lord, that you would do exceedingly, abundantly, more than we could ever ask or imagine. And you would faithfully guide our dear friend, Lord, and his family, and bless them and keep them, Father, I pray, in Jesus' name.
76 ne worry na ho fama nso e wonyame mo no chese me nhia bi da ode no ho amanyame a na ne kon so do nyame adwuma na oye no so na empaebo ene akenkan de chese oya ma me kra metencha na me ho metema no.
Life wouldn't have been complete without the support of a woman of virtue.
Sane mitibia no me komato me yemani so me hu se empo me hu se nyame bo a osof panyin no ma okasa che me ma me be wura mu so osofo ire no aboa me yie pa ama ma hu nyame yie asanse nipa na me ne na me hu se ne a wasi eni nyame atentam na aboa me ama me so no me hu nyame yie ama me so me kwa abda adwuma no ti free time I share adwuma na se free wa 76 abesi sa brede inu me ho ba kokora se me be je sof maame na se me ware no me kuma to me yempa na me denya me ase so ewo ho.
Through you, Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah, many people have come to the saving knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. Through you, many generations will be preserved because you chose to walk in your calling. You are a blessing indeed, and your service will always be remembered, not only in Ghana, but all around the world. in Europe, Africa, and everywhere you ministered as God's servant. Your service is deeply appreciated.
I believe that there are different chapters. So this is the chapter of the chairmanship of Opoku Onyinah. So when the chapter closes, God will bring another chapter. God bless you.
Congratulations, Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah and Ayiko, for a great job done. Your works will forever remain an excellent memorial of your determination, hard work, and passion towards the Church of Pentecost in Ghana and all the enclaves where you dedicated yourself thoroughly to bring solutions where you felt it was most necessary. As you embark on your life next journey, we wish you the greatest of success, God's peace and protection. Long live Apostle Professor Opoku Onyinah. Long live the Church of Pentecost. And we know that in all things, God works for the good of all those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose.